The battlefields of Ukraine seem a world away from the rigid society of North Korea. Yet, here they are, thousands of North Korean soldiers deployed to a foreign land, fighting a war that is not their own. Their presence in Kursk Oblast, a region scarred by conflict, raises more questions than answers. Are these men truly soldiers, hardened and ready for war? Or are they pawns in a game, their lives considered expendable by both Russia and their own regime? The official line from Moscow speaks of highly trained and motivated troops, eager to assist their Russian allies. Yet, whispers from the front lines tell a different story. Reports filter in of outdated equipment, inadequate training, and a palpable fear among these North Korean conscripts. The language barrier is formidable, communication with their Russian counterparts often reduced to hand gestures and broken phrases. One wonders what these young men, ripped from their isolated lives, truly make of the situation they find themselves in. The North Korean army, a force shrouded in secrecy, has not seen real combat in decades. Their training, while undeniably harsh, focuses on outdated tactics and blind obedience to the supreme leader. The reality of modern warfare, with its drone strikes, cyber warfare, and sophisticated weaponry, is a far cry from the staged parades and propaganda they are accustomed to. The equipment provided by Russia is a mix of the old and the unreliable. While some units have been issued modern body armor and rifles, many AK-47 and rudimentary supplies. Their ability to effectively engage Ukrainian forces, battle-hardened and equipped with Western weaponry, remains a significant doubt. The risk is that these North Korean soldiers, ill-prepared and poorly led, will become cannon fodder in a conflict they barely understand. For most of these North Korean soldiers, their deployment to Russia is their first taste of life outside the iron grip of the Kim regime. The open skies of the countryside, the unfamiliar language, the glimpses of Western culture, all of it must be a shock to their carefully controlled worldview. One can only imagine the thoughts swirling in their heads. The contrast between the propaganda they have been fed and the reality they now witness must be jarring. The stories they hear, whispered by locals and perhaps even some Russian soldiers about freedom, democracy, and a world beyond their borders, must be both alluring and terrifying. The deployment of North Korean soldiers is a gamble, both for Russia and for the soldiers themselves. For Vladimir Putin, it's a desperate attempt to replenish his depleted forces, a sign of the increasingly dire situation facing his military. But the risks are immense. Poorly trained and equipped, these soldiers may prove more of a liability than an asset, and the potential for defection for thousands of North Koreans to choose freedom over fear hangs over this entire enterprise. Will these soldiers be an asset for Russia, a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of the war, or will their presence backfire, leading to mass defections and further isolating Russia on the world stage? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The deployment of North Korean troops to Ukraine is a dangerous escalation, a testament to the unpredictable and tragic nature of this conflict. Consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth analysis and updates on global conflicts.